It's like the second coming of Michael Jackson. This is crazy. So the Michael movie, the Michael Jackson biopic, did better than anybody thought it was going to do. It did $97 million just in the U.S. opening weekend. Okay, it was a biopic. It did $219 million globally. So we're going to talk about Michael Mania coming back. Spotify said that Michael Jackson music, that we have 5 million more people listening to it now than we had before the movie came out. So this is just absolutely insane. And I want to talk about it as a child of the 80s and as someone who was there when Michael Mania was a real thing. And it was a real thing. It was actually called Michael Mania. Okay. I don't think anybody who wasn't there can fully wrap their heads around just how big Michael Jackson was, what a huge deal he was, and how intrinsically tied to the pop culture of the era he was. I know a lot of people like to make comparisons to, some of the K-pop boy bands, or, Taylor Swift comes up, and Taylor Swift is like, she's huge for the time that her music took off in, right? For current year, she's big. She's probably the biggest pop star out there. And I'm not arguing that. What I'm saying is that compared to Michael Jackson, you're all ants. Like, you're nothing. You ain't bad. You ain't nothing. And we'll talk about this and why, I'm surprised, but maybe I shouldn't be. And we'll talk about maybe some more attacks on his legacy. I know that all the conversations about him with the kids and the whole thing, that's coming up again, unfortunately. But look, people love Michael Jackson. They do. They love him. He's a legend. He's one of the greatest entertainers to have ever lived. And I don't care, if you like pop music, don't like pop music, whatever. Just on a purely artistic, technical level, he is one of the greatest entertainers to have ever lived. The only acts that are potentially bigger than Michael Jackson, I'd say globally, the Beatles and Elvis. And even Elvis, I'm kind of wondering if Michael Jackson isn't going to overtake Elvis. Right. So let's talk about this. Before we get into it any further, please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Doing this one solo. Geeky's not a big Michael Jackson fan, I don't think. She likes him okay. I loved Michael Jackson back in the day. I did. I had Thriller on tape. I had the Moonwalker Genesis game. I used to play the Moonwalker arcade game. It was cheesy as hell, but I loved it. I loved Captain EO. I thought that was great. I think it should be a permanent fixture in Disneyland, but whatever. So this comes from the Hollywood Reporter. Box office stunner Michael Over the Moon with record 97 million U.S. opening, 219 million globally. The Michael Jackson film scored the top launch ever for a biopic domestically after passing up Oppenheimer, beat Oppenheimer, as well as the best global opening for a music biopic after overcoming one of the biggest divides between audiences and critics in recent memory. Yeah, that is crazy. You go out to Rotten Tomatoes, and the critics gave it a 38%. And I think part of the reason that they gave it a 38% was because, the media narrative with Michael and the bad stuff and all of that. Audiences gave it a 97. 97%. That's crazy. Another win for a non-franchise title. The Michael Jackson biopic pulled off a moonwalk for the ages at the worldwide box office with a record-smashing 97.2 million domestic opening and 121.6 million foreign launch for global blast-off of $218.8 million, according to Weekend Actuals. Final weekend numbers show the movie coming in slightly ahead of Sunday's estimated 97 million domestic launch. Michael beating expectations in North America by nearly $30 million. They expected to do like 50 to 60 million. Wow. Boasts the biggest domestic opening of all time for any biopic after passing up Oppenheimer 80, not adjusted for inflation. Oppenheimer, you got to remember, that was part of the Barbenheimer thing, right? And Oppenheimer was good. It was good. Kind of a drag, but, given what we're talking about. So Lionsgate movie eclipsed Bohemian Rhapsody to rank as the top worldwide opening for a music biopic. Universal, a powerhouse on the international front, is releasing the film overseas on behalf of Lionsgate. So let's see, heading into the weekend, the producer Graham King and Lionsgate never imagined Michael had a shot at becoming the king of all biopics in terms of his North America opening, since even the most bullish tracking showed it coming in at around $70 million. People still love Michael Jackson. They do. They love Michael Jackson. I don't know if there's anything you could do to this guy. Like back in the day, there's a lot of talk about, plastic surgery and, potential back then drug use and all of that. But I don't think people fully understand how beloved Michael Jackson is and still is, obviously. Because if the general public turned on Michael Jackson, they would not be going to this movie. Not in the numbers that they're going to. And this movie ends before all the allegations and everything in the 90s. So they still love him. I mean, all the controversy since his death, whatever, all the controversy right before he died, none of that matters. People still love Michael Jackson. Instead, they were focused on breaking the record-setting bout of Straight Outta Compton and rolling the music biopic category. By Friday night, it became clear the movie was going to approach $100 million domestically after becoming the latest title to benefit from keeping its storyline family-friendly and appealing to those who simply wanted to celebrate Jackson's music. I think Hollywood's starting to figure it out. I think they are. I think, in a case like this, it's like it ain't too deep. It's Michael Jackson, one of the most beloved pop acts of all time. Just celebrate his music, celebrate his life. They cut it off right before the controversy started. I mean, there's controversy before, but like the heavy stuff, right? And just focus on his life, his rise to become the king of pop, the music. And that's all you got to do, right? And give people what they want. Other milestones, it marks Lionsgate's biggest debut since the pandemic and sixth biggest film ever behind the 4 Hunger Games installments and the final Twilight film. They misspelled that. They have it Twilight. It danced past the opening of Project Hail Mary. Wow. Okay. To mark the second biggest opening of the year behind also Universal's Super Mario Galaxy movie. Overseas, where Jackson is even a bigger draw, Michael is likewise off to a record-breaking start with $121.6 million. Yeah, they still love him, right? I mean, this is what they said. This is what Lionsgate said. They said, above all, it reflects the tremendous outpouring of love and affection from moviegoers around the world, underscoring the strength and vitality of the theatrical box office. People will go to the theater for an event movie if you give them a reason to go. If you give audiences what they want, they will come. Oh my God. Are they getting it? Is Hollywood starting to get it? So his music catalog is getting a huge boost too. Now, I know the one radio station I listen to is just like I am of a certain age, so now it's like adult pop. But I swear to God, it's like Michael Jackson and Madonna and Billy Joel for some reason, like just round the clock, right? But they said Michael Jackson gains 5 million Spotify monthly listeners following the Michael opening weekend. So per Illuminate, Jackson's catalog streams nearly doubled during the film's opening weekend compared to the weekend before. It's a certified blockbuster. Michael Jackson's catalog is set to skyrocket as well. On Spotify alone, the late superstar's monthly listener count jumped by 5 million from last Monday to today, from just over 68 million to 73 million. The Jackson 5, meanwhile, gained 1 million. There you go, guys. According to Illuminate, when comparing last Friday and Saturday, the first 2 days Michael was in theaters, to this past weekend, Jackson's streams jumped 95% from 16.3 million combined streams to 31.7 million. Jackson 5 saw an 85% boost. Michael garnered mostly negative reviews from critics, and the film largely avoids these scandals, yes, and the allegations of child abuse. The day the film came out, 4 more people came forward with a new lawsuit. Well, that's probably not a coincidence, right? Controversies clearly didn't stop fans from attending as Michael smashed the all-time record for an opening for a biopic, earning $97 million at the domestic box office and $217 million globally. Yeah, this is awesome. I mean, it's awesome news for, I guess, his legacy. My personal opinion, this is my personal opinion, I don't think there's anything going on with Michael and the kids and stuff. I mean, we've had several younger, I mean, look, I'm going to be honest. Is it weird that a grown man was hanging out with kids like he was? Yeah. It was a different time though. And he was hanging out with like all the celebrity kids. I think mentally he was always like 12 years old. But you had people like Macaulay Culkin and Corey Feldman. Corey Feldman's been going on tear about all the P words in Hollywood, and he's defended him fiercely. So, I don't personally think there's anything going on. I don't know. So, people are going to come forward because they want money. I mean, there's a lot of money The Jackson estate's worth a lot of money. It's going to be worth more money now. If you want to know what his legacy is going to be, this shows you. It's not like, oh, Michael Jackson died, nobody remembered him. You know, there were allegations and he just like faded into obscurity. This isn't going to go down like the Cosby Show where it was like yanked off the air, which actually it's still on though. It's on streaming. There's like a Cosby Channel streaming VOD show or network or something, which I was very surprised. I thought they're trying to like erase the Cosby Show from existence, but this isn't going to go down like that. Michael Jackson will be remembered as one of the greatest entertainers of all time. People are still going to be singing his songs, playing his songs, listening to his music 50 years from now, maybe 100 years from now. I mean, it's still a big deal. So there we go, guys. You give audiences what they want. They turn up. They give you money. Imagine that. That's all Hollywood's got to do. Just give people what they want. I'm going to wrap it up. Please subscribe. We'll talk later.